So we're back here in Shogun Studios, a little tour of the 614. Showed you a little bit. Shogun Studios here. My boy Bryce, he and his brother have a very nice setup here. Poetic gets down here. This is where this album came from. A lot of hard work, a lot of good friends, people with a positive goal, a positive message. You know, trying to do something. Other people do this. They're no smarter than we are. You know, people put music together. Some people put great music together. So, we're back to talk about the album.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is about you, man. I just want to hear what you have to say about this new album. Just tell me about it.
What we got is my freshman record, my new release, The Beginning. Basically what it's been is it's just a starting point. It's a product. It's something I can start a fan base with. It's work I've done, you know, the last couple years.
Why a fan base?
Well, it's just important, you know, I don't want to be forgotten in history. I feel like I got a true meaning, you know, something to deliver, something people can vibe with and get inspired from. So, I mean, I can do a million shows, I can, you know, put a million songs on MySpace, but
Right.
if I don't have something that you can take home and put in your car and actually, you know, ride to and reflect on, and then you're never going to get what I'm about.
Right.
Music's about reflection and taking a moment out of your day to figure out how can I get better, what can I do, you know, what's my next move.
But isn't that important, though? You know, like, really have to, every day, grind it out. You know, take care of your passions. You know, you can read all kinds of books, you can think about all kinds of things, but it's like, you really got to go for your passion. Go with what you actually care about.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, how did you get, like, the name Poetic? Like, you know, what sparked that? What's the inspiration behind it?
Poetic, basically, when I think about how that started, I was always heavily influenced by different music. I loved songwriting, probably when I was in 4th grade. I wrote my first song with my bro about snow skiing, but it was a classic. It'll be platinum one day. But, no, the songwriting and then just poetry. I got really big into poetry in freshman year in high school, just kind of as an outlet.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, really started taking hip hop seriously. Like, really started going into the beat and diving into that, like the whole lifestyle of hip hop. So what started as poetry turned into songwriting and hip hop, and I felt like it only made sense to name myself Poetic because I felt like there's nothing else that really out there really defined how I started or what I'm about.
Exactly.
You know, I don't want to just write, you know, the slickest rhyme, the most catchy flow. I want to just write, it's, you know, meaningful wisdom, you know, and hopefully you're vibing to it.
And it comes from within. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing. Like, a lot of people consider themselves a poet or consider themselves this, but it's like, when your DNA feels like, if you do something you really are supposed to do, like what your purpose in this life is, like your DNA feels it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if it's real, it's real, and there's no
doubt.
denying what's real. I mean, freedom ain't free, and you gotta speak the truth while you have it. So
yeah. So, like, as growing up and everything, what were some major influences that, you know, not even just in the arena of, you know, of hip hop or, you know, just this.
Some of my influences.
Yeah, even if it's family, this, that, and the other.
Well, your biggest influence from the get-go probably was my brother John, which plays acoustic guitar. He's got a CD out called Ray. I recommend everybody go cop that.
It's cool, dude.
You know, a couple years older than me, but we always be jamming. You know what I mean? He played the drums a lot, played guitar. So he was a huge influence. And I got 2 older brothers, man. I'd say a lot of the things that define me are like music that got me into. I know John back in the day had every single Wu-Tang disc, and I didn't even know who Wu-Tang was, but
Diversify your bonds.
yeah, I mean, I went everything from that all the way. Introduced me to the West Coast in the Bay Area, like Latif, Lyrics Born, you know, all these underground cats. So they definitely inspire what I'm about.
Yeah, that's cool, man. It's cool to listen about that shit. You know, like, when people, you know, what defines them? Like, we listen to music, like, as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, absolutely just...
Music for me was just the best getaway, the best break of the day. You know, you can have a million conversations with somebody, but, you know, music gets you. You know, there's different lyrics out there that you find that somebody else was feeling, you like, you know, I get that.
You know?
I feel that. So, it it's what I related to.
Absolutely. It's like a nice, it's a good escape for kids, you know what I mean? Like when you're younger, you know, and like it's just absolutely brutal what goes on, and that brings me to another question, like what kind of some of your thoughts on mainstream hip hop, like in the top fucking 40?
I, I have no faith in mainstream hip hop. You know, and when I think of hip hop, I think of, you know, real, like, you know, Mos Def, that's tight. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to say I don't have faith in hip hop. I say I don't have really faith in rap, but I also back that up is, you know, I have faith that there's a lot of different artists out there, you know, just pushing the envelope and making rap a whole, you know, whole universe of different styles and genres, and you know, the sky's the limit with what you can do with hip hop and rap. You know, and I respect anybody that takes, you know, a seed that they were planted and accustomed to and made it grow into their own style. And, you know, I think sky's the limit for it. So.
That's cool, man. Yeah, I mean, it's you turn on the radio if you're gonna be in the car or whatever. Like you listen to these songs, and it's like these people are absolutely ridiculously paid. You know what I mean? But the thing about it is that they have the voice, they have the resources to like do something good. You know what I mean? Like to do something good and to put out music like I want to fuck every girl in the world. It's like there's 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids there, and I'm not saying you gotta censor people. People can say and do whatever the fuck they want. But, like, it just still shouldn't be right that those kids should have to be listening to that. You know what I mean?
God gives us all gifts, and I think if you're lucky to even get close to your gift, you know, achieving your dream, and you know, you're not going to inspire, you're not going to, you know, take advantage of, you know, a million people listening to what you got to say, and then...
Wow. You're wasting it.
It's pollution again.
Yeah, it's absolute pollution. It's wasting it. Like, you could be doing so much good. Like, people are struggling. Like, you know what I mean? Like, whoever has us thinking, you know, that the end of times, this, that, and the other thing. Like, well, you get to choose what you think about it. You know what I mean? At every second of every day, you could think good or you could think bad. You can only hold one thought in your head at one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm the real dude. This has been fun, man. We got a lot of good conversation.
For sure.
Appreciate you coming through.
I appreciate the higherplane.net, man.
No doubt.
Respect, always.
Man, respect back to Poetic. You can catch his shit, higherplane.net. Just type his name in the search, the shit will come up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we bounce, I first want to thank Shogun Studios,
Thank
Bryce,
you, Shogun,
and Bradley. Little homemade tequila.
Cheers on that.
Never a bad thing. But
love that. And one more time before we go, thank you for the viewers. Thanks for sitting through the session. Hopefully you got a chance to take another look inside of me, my mind, my mentality, what my art's about. And, you know, I genuinely appreciate it. So stop by. I'll have new songs posted up. Come by anytime. Appreciate it.
All right. Album specifics.
All right.
What's the title?
Title is The Beginning.
How much does it cost?
Album is $7 if you want a hard copy. See me in the street. I'll have it on iTunes, CD Baby, Rhapsody, all that for $5.99. Check it out.
Nice. Website?
Website, myspace.com/poetic614. Stop by, send me a comment.
Definitely. Always catch him at the higher plane, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then just appreciate you coming through, dog.
I love.
Anything else that you want to let out there, man?
None. I think we're gonna leave you guys with a little session in the booth. I think I got a new track coming out here that I'll give you a little taste of what's next.
Yep. Give you a little piece. Come by, cop his shit. Peace.
Peace.